Today's subject is...
My generation.
My generation.
My generation.
My generation.
A sophisticated and savvy generation that are always on. More and more this generation purchase online. They research everything from where to buy, to what, to the meaning and ethics of brands before they buy into them.
I do my research. I really think about where I can get the best deal for things and what's actually represents like best value for money. So I guess I've become more intricate and more kind of intelligent in how I buy things.
The youth are subjected to over 300 adverts a day and 9 hours plus of media consumption. So what is actually persuading them to part with their hard-earned cash? Word of mouth seemed most important to them when it came to purchases, and they will even recommend brands they haven't bought before. So what do they care about in brands and products?
Brands that I recommend to people, and why I recommend it to them, is because either the quality or the ethics.
Recently there was a brand called Finisterre. They make really nice jumpers and anoraks and stuff, which are a little bit expensive, but they're not sort of massively well known. But I guess I recommended them to everyone.
Celebrity endorsements have always been seen to have a huge sway with young people. But has this changed for this generation?
The brands, it's definitely one of my favourites, would be Adidas, and it's the way it represents itself, using public figures such as Skepta, all those sort of people.
I mean, you take someone like PewDiePie, who is a massive gaming YouTuber who has the ridiculous fan base, and he played one game which then they had to start producing again because it became so popular that all these kids were going out and buying it, and they didn't have enough copies to sell.
Yes, I think people are influenced by celebrity, but the real influence is never going to come through unless there's actually a good product there to sell in the first place.
Ultimately, products and brands having relevant, authentic and grassroots cultural connections is what they cared about most.
Brands need to work with young cool kids and build a connection with them on a street level.
Just getting normal people into their advertising, or normal people becoming their brand reps.
There's been a sea change in the way that brands are trying to connect with youth culture and younger audiences. Certainly they're kind of bypassing the traditional ad agency route and going straight to the source, which is, the young adults that they're trying to target. There can be fantastic results from brand partnerships and collaborations with young artists, and I think about Converse, and I think about Red Bull. I think actually they throw brilliant free gigs, fund amazing artists and movements.
That Puma and Bape collaboration was pretty successful. For the launch party, they had quite a few big artists come down, and I guess this is very relevant to this scene now. I mean, the fact that the brand kind of got those artists to come and play at the party, obviously everyone kind of related to it more, I guess.
It's one thing to pick someone as an ambassador for their kind of aesthetic reasons or because they're famous, but if you can pick someone that really backs the ethos of the brand, again, it just makes everything more authentic.
When brands fail to connect properly with youth culture is when there's this really achingly visible gap between what they do and what they say. So if you're a broad brand company and you're suddenly championing feminism, why and for who, and don't do it?
These new brands who are popping up, they kind of live and breathe this whole youth environment because they are the youth, and how do you compete with that? So for big brands, it's it's going to be tough for them because it's not them. It's always going to be kind of fake, unless maybe they can try and actually reach out to these guys and start working with them more.
I think that you have got to be seen to have an authentic, genuine message. That is the most important thing, and if you are consistent, then that will filter through and you will earn long-term respect and you will drive a legacy for a brand, and that's crucial to long-term success.